1, 2, 3, and... Look forward to every day, oh my. Some days are just here to try. Sometimes it's every day, oh my. Sometimes every night. If I can be irascible or proud, then we can be predictable. We turn to face each other, we turn to test each other, we lean against each other. Life's never gonna be easy, but if you're living it with me, we're gonna live it up night or day. Well, I wanna live a life with you, no life is you, and I want it night or day. Well, look forward to night or day, oh my. I'll never get bored of you, or the thing that you do. 'Cause everything, yeah, everything that you do keep me addicted to you. Life's never gonna be easy, but if you're living it with me, we're gonna live it up night or day. Well, I wanna live a life with you, no life is you, and I want it night or day. Look forward to every day, oh my. Look forward to every night. Sometime we'll be living it broke style, oh my. Sometime living it higher. Life never gonna be easy, but if you're living it with me, we're gonna live it up night or day. Well, I wanna live a life with you, no life is you, and I want it night or day. Well, life never gonna be easy, but if you're living it with me, we're gonna live it up night or day. Well, I wanna live a life with you, no life is you, and I want it night or day, night or day, come on, night or day, night and day. Well,
recorded live in studio here in Philadelphia, it is Franz Ferdinand with a performance of Night or Day. It is from their new album, which is available now. It is called The Human Fear. I'm so thrilled to welcome Alex Kapranos and Bob Hardy of Franz Ferdinand. Gentlemen, so great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks a lot for having us here, man.
Yeah. So it is not lost on me that you are in the middle of a U.S. tour as we're recording this show during what could be charitably called uncertain times, touring on a record called The Human Fear. I'm curious, what have these stateside shows been like? Has the vibe been different for the audience, for you? How's it feel being out here right now?
I get the feeling that nobody wants to address anything which is going on in their external lives in the context of a show. And I feel that rock and roll has often been one of the greatest forms of escapism, and that feels true now more than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, it's somewhere you go to lose yourself.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I love thinking about fear because it's something that we don't always aren't comfortable talking about. When did you realize this record was tackling themes of fear and overcoming it?
It wasn't until the album was finished, until the last lyric was written. The album title comes from the first line of the last lyric which was written, which is this song Hooked, where I sing, I've got the fear, I've got the human fear. And then I realized it was kind of like like a keyhole through which I could look to understand what the themes of the album were, like the themes of all these other songs. Because often when you write without understanding what it is, what the cohesive elements are, what the themes are that are bringing it together. And it's only afterwards you look back and go, oh yeah, of course, that's about this. And I realized that all of the songs had some kind of underlying human fear underneath them. And you're right. Fear is something that we are often afraid of talking about. People don't like admitting to feeling fear. And Bob and I had this great conversation about how fear is, often the most exciting element in life, or overcoming it.
Yeah, like all the best things lie on the other side of it. And if you live your life without putting yourself in a situation where you ever feel afraid, then it's going to be a pretty boring life. And are you really living?
Definitely. Do you feel like there's, as a creator, that fear has evolved? Like fear when you're a 21-year-old writing a song versus what fear is when you're working? Do you experience it still, or is it in a different way than when you were here?
Do you mean fear as a songwriter or fear in life in general?
I was thinking more dialing down to like the creative aspect of what you do for a living, but I'm happy to go wider if you want to start wider.
To answer your question, I've never really felt fear as a songwriter. I've never been afraid of that. That's just something that I do. If anything, like writing songs is my escape from the world or understanding the world, and I've never felt fear of that.
Did you ever feel fear about playing your songs to other people?
Yeah.
And how did you overcome that?
Actually, no. Fear was. Oh, that's a good question. It's. I'm not sure if it was. Yeah, I don't think it's fear of playing the songs. I think it's the fear of being judged.
Acceptance, validation kind of thing?
Yeah. Or I think it's the fear of humiliation. The fear that you would play something which was obviously extremely personal to you, and then somebody laughing at you. And that definitely happened when I played some of my early songs. I remember, like, me and my friend Andrew used to write and play songs when we were teenagers together. I remember I'd made this song with Andrew, and we were so proud of it. And my brother was round at the house with some of his pals, and I said, "Listen to this," and I played it on the family hi-fi system, and they all just burst out laughing. I was like, I hate you all, but not as much as I hate myself. But
that has to harden you a little bit, right?
But no, I think the key is like as you go through life in general. I think this is one of the wonderful things about growing older generally, is that you don't give a damn.
Yes.
Do you know that? I think that's one of the great escapes of leaving adolescence, leaving your 20s as well. How good it is to like kind of just feel, yeah. Do you know what? If you like it, grand. But like, I really don't care. I really don't care if you don't. And it's liberating.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Like truly liberating.
Bob, do you feel a little bit more deliberate in your work as you've gotten older?
Deliberate. Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe like you have a higher level of quality that you expect from yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I take pride in playing the bass in a way more as I get older. I mean, I learned the bass to be in the band, and so at the beginning I was just doing it to get by.
Right.
And then it reached a point where I was actually, the more you play an instrument, the more fun it gets, and the better you get at it. And once I reached that level where I was really enjoying it, then I take pride in it. Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that the band was kind of like a social activity to a great extent at the beginning?
I mean, it was. I mean, 100%. Yeah, I mean, early tours for me, it was mainly it was about the partying and the after shows. In my 20s.
Wow.
And then that as you get older, that kind of becomes less the focus, and now it's all about the show.
It's about the gig.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, actually, I when I'm at home and as a tour coming up, I'm like just looking forward to getting on stage and playing gigs.
This is World Cafe. We're here with Alex Vava, Franz Ferdinand, talking about the new album, The Human Fear. Audacious. What can you tell me about the beginnings of this song? Because this is kind of a song about overcoming the fear, right?
Yeah, I just kind of like having, just decide, like being confronted by fear and sort of saying, am I going to be overcome by fear? Am I going to be overwhelmed? Am I going to let it destroy me and like wash over with all of its toxicity? Or will I just stand up and do something audacious instead? And It was one of those songs that I love songs that appear like this, where the music and the lyrical idea kind of appear simultaneously. It doesn't always happen, but I was kind of mucking about on the piano trying to play something on just the white notes because I'm a really bad pianist, and it kind of worked out. And yeah, it just sort of, I guess I was talking about how I maybe was feeling at that particular moment in my life, and it's sort of like, it was just literally questioning myself, like, what am I going to do? It's like, nah, I'm going to do something audacious. I'm going to get feeling audacious.
What I take from that song is the line about, I can't remember exactly, but basically when the world's falling apart, the keeping going is an audacious act.
Yes.
And you don't, I think defining what something is, something being audacious, can be as simple as just continuing.
Yes.
And I think that falls into the creative process as well.
Let's take a listen. It's Franz Ferdinand in studio with Audacious.
Here we go with riff. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, and did you ever get the feeling that there's something come undone? And unreeling in the seaming, the stitching gone. So you rip a little harder till that rip becomes a run. Feel the fabric of existence come unspun. When hey there, we don't care. Could be standing way out where you're naked and freezing till you run. Freeze or run. So don't stop feeling audacious. There's no one to save us, so just carry on. Don't go blaming the neighbors. You know they're the same as us. We should just get on. Get on. With a 17 cigarette in my hand, the rain fell low as you were standing over the river sand with exasperated feelings when, hey ho, you don't know, is it a joke? No, I said no, I'm serious, more serious than I've ever been, so don't stop feeling audacious. There's no one to save us, so just carry on. Don't go blaming the neighbors. You know they're the same as us. We should just get on. Get on. Did you ever get the feeling that your world has come undone? No revealing of a reason to carry on. When hey there, it's there, waiting just in there, ready anytime to come along. So don't stop feeling audacious. The unknown and the famous say just carry on. And know there's just us to save us. Forget any favors. We should just get on. Get on with it.
From Franz Ferdinand, it's Audacious, recorded live in studio here on World Cafe. Bob Hardy, Alex Kapranos of the band are joining me talking about their new album, which is available now, called The Human Fear. There's a song that I want to ask about that's on the album that you're not playing live today, Black Eyelashes. And I was reading a Reddit, your Franz Ferdinand Reddit, And there was a comment someone said, they've always secretly been making Greek music, but it's about time they came out and did something like obvious. What was the genesis of this track?
That's a very astute observation. I grew up with a lot of Greek music, and those melodies, they're very particular. They're written on sort of unusual scales and modes, and they actually call them roads in Rembetika, and because you go up one route and then you come down another route, like a different sequence. And I think like a lot of songs, like 40 Feet, that to me, that's like a very Greek sounding riff, which is right on our first album. But that song came about. I went back to Greece, and I should explain. My father's Greek. That's where the name Kapranos comes from, and so that's why I grew up listening to a lot of Greek music. And I went back to Greece in 2019, and I was walking around Athens, I guess trying to find my Greekness, because, like a lot of children of immigrants, I know where I'm from, but I know that I'm not really from there. And it's a strange thing when you think about it, because, culturally, I was very immersed in Greek culture. I would go to Greece most summers. I would eat with my family. I knew how to speak Greek body language, if that makes sense. I knew how to eat. I knew how to behave there. But at the same time, I knew I wasn't like... when I would go there, people would say, like, are you really Greek? You look far too blonde to be Greek. Ooh. Or particularly, like, if you're Greek, why don't you speak Greek so well? And so I guess this song was me coming to terms with, like, how much I appreciate and love my Greek heritage, but also knowing that I'll never be truly Greek in the way that Greek people from Greece see themselves. And I love Greek music. I love Rembetika, and there's a lyrical theme that you find in a lot of music from that form, which is about black eyebrows or black eyelashes and black eyes. And so I guess I'm using that theme in the song to sort of represent Greekness, and that's me searching for it.
Is Rembetika something like you would call traditional folk in Greek music?
No. Rembetika is quite different from that. I guess the nearest parallel would be something like blues, because it was very urban music. In the late 20s, there was something which the Greeks called a catastrophe, which is where, throughout history, the Greeks and the Turks kind of would fall out with each other, and there was an exchange of populations, and like both sides really suffered. But a lot of Greeks came over from what's now the west coast of Turkey, Smyrna, and came over as refugees to Piraeus. And so Piraeus was full of these Greeks who were immersed in a sort of like, I don't know, culturally maybe a more Eastern sort of sound. So like a lot of the music had these more Eastern inflections to them. And so these people were living in Athens, and they would hang out in these places called tekes. Tekes were essentially places you would go, like speakeasies you would go to smoke hash. And so a lot of the songs were about smoking hashish and getting stabbed, or like various other nefarious activities.
Sounds like a blues song to me.
Yeah. So like it was, and the guys that sing it, and the sort of like culture, these guys were called mangas, like which meant roughly like gangster. These very sharp dressed guys, they would all walk around with like a double-breasted jacket hanging over their shoulder on their finger, with little pencil mustaches, like very, very sharp. And so it's quite different from a lot of the music that people think of as Greek music, like the kind of sirtaki kind of music, which is very much folk music and island music, which is wonderful as well. But this is urban music, and yeah, I love it. And I grew up because my grandfather and my father loved that music and would play it to me when I was a kid.
Well, I'd love the audience to hear a little bit of it. Here's Black Eyelashes from Franz Ferdinand on World Cafe.
In the trees of green fish stack, yeah, black eyelashes wait for me. Black eyelashes come back, dark memories retract. Black eyelashes drown the moon and flood the night with. Black eyelashes come back, dark wings
Franz Ferdinand, It's Black Eyelashes. It's a song from their new album, The Human Fear, which is available now. Hanging out with Bob and Alex from the band. Up next, Bar Lonely. I am curious, was this really inspired by the Golden Guy district in Shinjuku?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Bar Lonely is a bar. It's still there in the Golden Guy. And Bob and I went. What year did we go there?
2015.
2015. So we went there. We had an incredible night there. The guy who owns it is an obsessive Beatles fan, and I think it's maybe a reference to Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
But I think there might have been some kind of concept behind it, like that it was a place originally that you could go to be lonely, and maybe we ran with this idea a little bit, like sort of pictured this bar where you would go to be completely on your own, completely lonely, completely introspective, amongst other people who were in the identical state of mind. And so just all these people not talking to each other, not interacting with each other, only interacting with the barman. And kind of the antithesis of the concept of Cheers.
Right, where everybody knows your name.
Yeah. Well, so we sing When No One's Glad You Came, When Nobody Knows Your Name. So, yeah, and it kind of suited where we were in our lives at that particular point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love working on lyrics as Bob, because Bob tends to be very conceptual in his lyrics, and has this urge to talk about often deeply emotional issues, but from a third person's perspective, which is how a lot of my favorite literature is written as well. Like if you think of somebody like Raymond Carver, like it's very much they're talking about an intensely emotional situation from a distance, which is very powerful, I think.
Do you find that you have complementary sort of editing, refining skills, looking at lyrics or music? And
I think that we agree, tend to have sort of similar tastes. So yeah, there's that. I think that we agree on the choices made.
I really appreciate Bob's perspective, because Bob's very much a lyrics first person.
Yeah.
And when we were making this record, the song Hooked only existed as a piece of music originally. Like it was like a riff, and I had no lyric for it. And Bob kept on saying, "What is this? It's nothing. It doesn't exist. That's not a song."
Well, you're saying that you like it now, but at the time you didn't like it when I was saying that.
No, I didn't. Well, all I could hear was, "But that's a great riff. It's such a great riff."
Yeah, it was a great riff,
you were right, and you needed to say that.
Yeah.
But in retrospect,
my way into music was always lyrically. Like my dad's record collection was like Leonard Cohen, which is just because
songwriter first, yeah.
Yeah, he's a poet, and then he's like, and then he puts them to music.
Something struck me about this the other day, though. You're a huge Mogwai fan.
Yeah, but I got into Mogwai later in my teens, and it felt like a whole new world. So it was kind of like it's kind of the exception that proved the rule for me.
Okay.
See, and that's weird, because for me, like I've always been a music person first. So like a band like Mogwai goes to my emotional center first and foremost. I don't need the lyrics to feel what they're trying to convey. But it is a strange thing, because it really depends on when those bands come into your life that sort of affects that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been Music Philosophy 101. No, let's listen to Bar Lonely. It's Franz Ferdinand here on World Cafe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's hard to get out when it's so dark, hard to look out. It's hard when the blind won't pull itself up. But can you go when no one knows your name? No one's glad that you came. Bar Lonely is so close. It's on the corner of the Golden Guy. I know the owner and he knows which shot is the usual for you. The memories he will remove from you. He'll be taking everything you can lose. It's by the end of the night, of the night, of the night. has to be out until the end. She has to stay out. She's uncertain, but the curtain might draw itself. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Where can she go when no one knows your name? No one's glad that you came. But lonely and so close. It's on the corner of the Golden Guy. I know the owner already knows which heart is the usual. The memories he will remove from you, taking everything you can lose by the end of the night, 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 by the end of the night, 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 by the end of the night. There'll never be an end to the night. Of the night, of the night. Ba-ba, 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 ba-ba.
Recorded live in studio, it's Franz, Ferdinand, a performance of Bar Lonely. It's a song from their new album, The Human Fear. I'm Kallao. This is World Cafe, joined by Alex Kapranos and Bob Hardy from the band. And we've got one more live performance to get to, and this one was by request, so I very much appreciate them playing it. It's This Fire.
I don't think we've ever played this song acoustically.
I was thinking that's the first time. That's what the first time I played on the bass and you on an acoustic guitar in your kitchen. It was probably the last time we did that.
Yes, I was acoustic guitar and a Wurlitzer piano. So there we are. We're going right back to the roots here. Destroying so sweetly, but now there is a fire in me, fire that burns. Oh, this fire is out of control. I'm gonna burn this city, burn this city. This fire is out of control. I'm gonna burn this city, burn this city. This fire is out of control. I'm gonna burn this city, burn this city. This fire is out of control. I'm gonna burn it. Yes, I will. I'm burn it down. Well, they're boring away through me, paralyzed, destroying so sweetly. But now there is a fire in me, fire that burns. This fire is out of control. I'm gonna burn this city, burn this city. This fire is out of control. I'm gonna burn this city, burn this city. This fire is out of control.
So cool. This Fire. It's Franz Ferdinand on World Cafe. The new album is available now. It is called The Human Fear. Alex, Bob, thank you both so much for coming in. This was a real highlight for me. And come back and see us again soon.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that chat. Thank you.